Hi everyone. So I'm making this video while I'm actually walking. But you're probably be able to see all this surroundings, everything. Don't you don't need to actually look. You can just listen. Okay. I just wanted to actually respond to something that was being said, and yesterday wasn't anything special. It was actually It was a typical day where I actually went to church, but because I had to change my day of church attendance from Sunday to Saturday over the years because I had to work on Sunday, so that was the main reason. But then there was something that I realized that when I saw the feed of some friends, and not really friends, more like close acquaintances, and then I realized, wow, okay, so it's their so-called, the whole thing with Singapore having this event called Pink Dot or whatever. So for those who are not aware, Pink Dot is very similar to the Gay Pride of Singapore. It's basically a Gay Pride of Singapore, but I'm not part of any so-called or this. I don't lead an alternative lifestyle, so it doesn't matter to me. But the thing is this: I hear this constant one line that's being stated on all these kind of events where they say love is love. It just made me realize some things because from a logical point of view, it doesn't mean anything. The sentence "love is love" is a tautology. What's a tautology? Okay, Tautology. Tautology is basically a meaningless repetition. Okay, it's like saying that. Very similar expression is "it is what it is." Okay, what does it mean? What is what it is? What is what? Okay, it says nothing. Okay, and anyone who's acquainted with the basic principles of logic, human logic, reason, grammatology, a study of grammar, and even just basic linguistic syntax, okay, it doesn't make sense at all. Okay, the very good example, we have this expression in Shakespeare's sonnet, "Love is not love, which alters when in alteration finds." Okay, this couplet from one of his sonnets, he plays on the idea of love. Okay, what is love? We know that the meaning based on the fact that he plays on all these words. Okay, that he plays on the idea of love, change, as in alteration. That which we call love or claim to be love, it's not really love at all when it actually changes. And it's kind of ironic when we use it to actually apply to anything. Like, it doesn't just apply to LGBTQ relationships, but it applies to just human relationships in general. So when we say something is love, because love is love, it doesn't make sense, because why? That which we call love can change. And what do you mean by love? Okay, sexual love, physical love, emotional love, spiritual love. What exactly? Divine love? What kind of love? Okay, and some of it is not even love. Some of it is maybe lust or whatever. So the one thing that I hear this a lot, and sometimes you hear this from apologists and activists. No offense to anyone, but the fact is this: when you are in this realm of activism, sometimes you have this called what we call a wokist agenda, where people have an agenda to promote. When they have to promote an agenda, they often align certain facts or certain details to fit in with the narrative, and they actually elide, elide as in erase or displace or even omit certain details. So the truth is this: as I said, the first point is, what love do you mean when you use this expression? On top of the fact that it's a tautology, okay, a repetition that's meaningless. Second thing is this: the second point. The second point is a bit hard to let me think about how to phrase it. What do you mean by love? Okay, the thing is this: There was this thing that I read online. It was actually an online pundit's remark. She said, they say love is love, but what they forgot to mention was that the person who used it, the man who used it, was not in love with me, but wanted what was below my belt. Okay, it's pretty explicit. It just means that the man just wanted to sleep with her. Okay, and the real problem is this: once you use this kind of expressions, this kind of tautological repetitions, everything, it becomes some kind of apologetic or apologia for or defense for what could be constituted as like predatory behavior, things like online grooming, PDF failure, okay, and what else, and assault of someone, okay, and all these different undesirable behavior. And yeah, it is really really disturbing. I'm not even hiding it's out there. You have these groups in places like the Netherlands, where they say it's the right to love children. Like, what? They don't even have the right to these children. They are not in the frame of mind to sort of like frame consent. Okay, it's not just that, and sometimes even not just with children, but even with adults. Being an like a survivor of this sexual assault and grooming, like narcissistic grooming, everything, very predatory. Okay, it's very predatory. But it just made me realize the whole thing. These people, the so-called liberals or wokies, they love to say about what love is love, whatever. No, you don't love anyone. The ones that you used, you don't love them. You're using them. That's just that's a fact. You're using them, and you using this whole love is love rhetoric to mask your agenda, which is pretty diabolical or evil. Okay, so yeah, I hope we just stop all these tautologies and start trying to let's start seeing things for what they are. Okay, if the behavior is predatory, if it's bad behavior, we should just call it out for what it is, instead of letting the liberals, the wokies, talk all their BS and all their stuff about how they're in love with something or love someone. No, they're not even in love. They're using it as an apology. Okay, and I know I have like one or two gay friends who are in very long-term relationships and everything. One of them, like, is this American guy. He's married. Okay, with a civil union, and I mean that's fine. The thing is, this. Okay, it's not the same thing as saying love is love, which is itself kind of very. Yeah, it's a meaningless expression. Okay, so yeah, I think we need to just change all this kind of our mindset about all these kind of wokies statements and everything. Okay, so anyway, that's it for now. I'm off to continue walking. Have a good night, everyone. Okay, bye bye.